Joined by Pickleball Pro, Walter Lau. Walter, we've got an exciting match coming up. Connor Garnett, the 3 seed, taking on Donald Young, the 28 seed here in Southern California. What are you looking for in this match, Walter?
Oh, I'm loving this matchup right here. I used to play a little bit with Connor when he was first starting out at TTC in Newport Beach. And I was used to seeing Donald Young in the junior draws for tennis. Both of these players, high-level tennis players. If I can recall correctly, Connor used to actually warm up some of the Grand Slam players at the US Open, including, I think Djokovic was one of them.
Yep.
And Donald Young, just tennis prodigy, he's always playing a couple divisions up, and I remember just a lefty that you didn't want to see in the draw. So you'll see lots of court coverage here on this. Connor telling me a little bit before the match, he wanted to give a shout out to his 2E Nation movement that he's trying to start here. Referencing his two-handed backhand, he's got one of the smoothest, silkiest two-handed backhands in the game. You'll notice Donald Young also has quite a bit of shape on his forehand and backhand. Lots of topspin on both of their ground strokes, and you can see that on full display today. I'm excited here to see a great match between two great players.
In April, we'll see if he can repeat success this time around.
Such a well-crafted point right there by Donald Young. Great anticipation by Connor, but Young just too good on that last shot beforehand going down the line.
1-0. Right up.
That's something that would have worked with the tennis racket right there. You can see Donald Young trying to brush up the back of that ball.
Right.
Without strings, it's not going to get enough grab for you, so that topspin's not really going to work there. You got to get a little bit more lift on that shot. That's
talk about shape on shots off a pickleball paddle, and that right there, so much spin on that backhand volley. Spun it away from Garnett. As speedy as he is, he knew not to try for that one.
Another great passing shot by Donald Young right there, waiting for that two-handed backhand, going cross court and short. Key word is short right there. Connor would have gotten the drive. One thing you'll really see in Donald's game that's really improving is the grab that he's getting on that topspin whip. That ball dipping really fast at Connor's feet, making it a really hard shot for him to pick up.
And a nice start here for Young. We'll see if Garnett can get on the board.
0-3. Stop play. Service release warning. Release was too high. 0-3.
So Connor right there, a little bit in his head with that serve. You could kind of tell his drop wasn't as natural as it normally should be.
3-0.
After being called a few times in MLP for an illegal drop.
Just the rotation on that ball from Young. Just barely dipped over the net.
4-0.
See if Connor can get into this point with a high percentage play on his serve, get some rhythm back in his game, and make a stage little comeback.
0-4.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know the rule, but yes, definitely a let. Do you guys call that or we call that?
We both can call it. It's hard for us to see it right away in that quick second. Go ahead and call it.
And a let on that serve. We see Garnett try and pull the trigger on the backhand down the line, but Young read that one. Able to send it the other way.
4-0. What
a great passing shot by Donald Young once again with that forehand whip.
5-0.
close by Donald Young.
It's almost like he's saying, you know, hey, I've got a two-handed backhand too. We've seen him hit a few winners off that wing to open this one up.
That's such a good shot by Connor right there, making that anticipation move nice and early with that backhand, keeping that ball out in front of him, and not letting Donald back into that point.
0-6.
Too good by Donald Young. Pushing him back deep into the corner. Connor with a great get, but Young with that snap on that final put away ball.
6-0. Point.
So notice one thing about Donald Young's forehand right now. You'll notice most of his put away balls that pass Connor up go inside out. So you'll see he's whipping it behind
7-0.
Connor's forehand, knowing that his two-handed backhand is what he's looking for.
Good shot, buddy.
Great control by Connor on that drop shot.
We'll see if Garnett can find his groove
0-7.
right here.
Point.
And sometimes that's all it takes. You know, just get one good serve in, get the return, get out of your head a little bit.
1-7.
Oh, I'm so.
Right out.
All right, here we go. Get it back. Right here. You never know. Come on.
7-1.
Oh, what a return by Connor on that backhand. Flattening it out. You'll notice nice and deep and skidding right off that line.
And yes, if you're watching at home, that was a winner off the return. What a shot.
Stop playing. Service fault.
Another one called by the
Right
ref.
out.
This is the second time that the ref has called that drop.
Your release point was above the hip. It has to be below the hip completely.
Is the ref saying that the release was above the hip and reminding Connor that it's got to be below the hip?
I don't see how that's not.
Point.
This would be a perfect time for Connor to call timeout to reset
Hey,
himself
one.
and kind of get reoriented.
Here we go.
And it is interesting, you know, aside from a few isolated instances, we really haven't seen too many service faults called recently.
1-8.
So it's almost like we're going back a few months to when the new serve rules were first reinstated.
Right out.
Yeah, I remember that at the Masters in January. They got a lot of players actually kind of
A lot
out
of
sorts.
players.
8-1. Right out.
That one's going to get Donald into trouble there, trying to rely on that whip, but catching it a little bit behind him, making it tough to make up for that late contact.
1-8.
Another great serve by Connor. Hopefully he's rid himself of the yips.
One at a time.
2-8.
That's too good right there by Donald. Knowing that that Connor was going cross court with that shot, was waiting there with his forehand out in front of him. Once again, we pulled that out earlier. Inside out backhand behind Connor's forehand. I'm sorry, inside out forehand behind Connor's forehand. That's gotten him quite a few times now on that passing shot.
Fault. Right foot stepped in the line. Point.
And for the third time, the ball rolls over to the commentator's table. It's like we're a target, I think, Walter.
Game point. 10-2.
And that is going to close the door. What a serve from Young to close it out. He takes game one. We didn't see any timeouts from Connor Garnett in game one. We'll see if that changes in game two if he finds himself getting down again.
That's great. The key here for this next game is going to be Connor trying to utilize that two-handed backhand to his advantage, comboing it with a deep serve. I think that's kind of what set the tone on that last game. Is Connor was a little bit out of sorts with his serve,
Everything's a new ball at the start of every game. New ball.
so he couldn't quite get the quick lead and point.
1-0. They do.
Again, just too high. Left it too high, and Young able to take the forehand. He's going to put that away across court every time, basically.
0-1.
That's the play that Connor wants. Wants to get to that net first, be on the offensive, and not let Young dictate how that point is going to go.
1-0.
Pull it a little wide. That was the right idea, though. Just hit it a little bit early.
2-0.
Good serve.
Wait.
Good serve, bud.
So one thing about these Vulcan balls, it's well known across all the pros on the tour. It's very unpredictable with how it bounces sometimes after the match has been going for a little bit. Sometimes it just does not come up, which is kind of what happened there.
3-0.
Supposedly they fixed that with the new manufacturer, but it was a tough one. So good.
What
right
a
there by Connor.
point. That is why we love singles. What athleticism.
And not only with the anticipation there, but also with the spin. You'll notice Connor anticipated the
4-0.
spin by Darnold by continuing the same rotation on that ball.
Yeah. Oh, that's your point, though. That's your point, though.
That was the right idea by Connor there. Just didn't quite hit the right part of the ball.
0-4. They do.
That's kind of what he wants to do. Keep it deep to Darnold on his backhand.
4-0.
First strike pickleball.
Good shot, buddy.
That's it right there. Hit that corner every time, and he's going to start a round of his own.
And already has started that run with a 5-0 lead here in game 2. What a response so far.
5-0. They do.
As you can see, Garnett still trying to hit that back right corner. Donald Young's forehand side. Just overhit that a little
0-5.
bit. Once again, no damage done because it was on Donald Young's back right foot.
And it looks like, oh, no timeout. Donald Young just grabbing his towel. Definitely a must here in the summer months playing pickleball outside.
All right, right here, CT.
5-0.
So good by Connor with that feel. Funny thing is there was actually a breeze on that point, and that ball kind of sat perfectly exactly where he wanted it to go.
6-0.
There it is.
Wait.
Another good serve by Connor.
And here is the timeout from Donald Young on a heater here in game 2.
What an angle there by Donald Young. Not an easy shot to execute. Out of the air, off the tape, angling it that extreme.
0-8.
That's it. That's the recipe right there. Return deep to the Donald Young backhand. Come in, make things happen from the net.
Just back-to-back angled putaways on the backhand from both players. So pretty to see.
Too good.
You know it's a good shot when Connor Garnett on full sprint is not able to get there.
forehand rip.
Just makes it look so effortless. Just the way he rotated through the ball.
Backhand rep, I guess.
Timeout, receiver, 2-8.
Guess he's showing that maybe he has a little bit of backhand after all from that position.
2-8.
That's too good. Good anticipation by both players there. Connor just being the one at the front, closing that point out.
8-2.
Good serve.
Point.
You'll notice that serve there helping Connor out. Once again, this game has been
9-2.
a game of good serves, leading to successful points.
And we had another good serve there from Garnett. Got the short return that he wanted. Just unable to capitalize on that one.
2-9.
We'll see if this will continue here, but you'll notice a trend with Donald Young the past couple of points. He's kind of staying back for some reason,
9-2.
allowing Garnett to kind of take control of the point. Once again, he never made it more than 3 steps in from that baseline. The other Garnett point.
Now a game point for the number 3 seed.
Point. Correction, last score should have been a point. Or game point, 10-2. 10-2.
It's too good there with the backhand pass, and that's the game right there from Garnett, evening it out. 1 game apiece.
Here at Lifetime San Clemente, game 3, starting now.
Point.
You'll start to feel a little bit of the breeze right now coming
1-0.
against Garnett's side, so behind Donald Young, which is why Garnett tried to overhit that a little bit to hit into the wind.
It's like the wind disappeared the moment he made contact with the ball.
That's a big forehand right there. Young anticipating that ball early, catching it above his waist, actually.
And if you're Donald Young, this is exactly the start you're looking for after dropping game 2 by such a wide margin.
3-0.
He's already got himself a 3-0 lead.
Oh, could not put that one away, but Connor with those digs. So good. The anticipation there. Young just needed one more shot to end that point. Could not pull through.
0-3.
No love from the net there.
3-0.
Deep return from Connor Garnett, making it a tough forehand for Donald. As he pressured him, moving into the net, closing quick. Same shot. Young needed one more forehand cross court to end that point. Could not pull that out.
One, 3.
Oh, that's nasty.
That is a nasty cut, as he said. So much sauce on that slice.
So short in the court. What a shot from
Sauce.
Donald Young.
3-1.
Oh. 2 tapes. Either one of those would have been a winner.
But hey, at least the net's fair. It went 50-50. You know, you can't ask for much
right.
more fair than that.
1-3.
It looks like Young there got the flying forehand look that he wanted. just not able to make solid contact with it.
2, 3.
So good with that shape on that Garnett forehand down the line. You'll notice that Young was kind of closing quick from Young's right side, stepping to the left. Connor shaped it to go around him on Young's left side because he anticipated that move. Another good shot by Garnett. That's such a good backhand pass by Garnett. It's kind of what he's known for. And that approach shot by Young, a little bit too short to do much with.
5-3.
On the response to the backhand. That serve once again. Needing to dial it down a little bit. Just getting to get a nice, deep quality, high percentage serve. Serve and play would help Garnett. Too good.
The cat and mouse there. One of the really first cat and mouse like rallies that we've seen in the match goes the way of Garnett.
5-3.
It's a good move by Donald, anticipating that down the line shot. Kind of watching for the body cues of Garnett's torso, knowing that he would go down the line with that shot.
And Young a little frustrated with himself after that. That third shot goes into the net. We'll have to show Garnett that he can make them again as he tries to get off 3 points.
Garnett a little bit off on the aim there because his angle was too far left. Needing to reset that ball to get back into the point.
3-5.
Pulling kind of wide.
Point. 4-5.
Oh, that curve.
Point.
And Young curves the forehand, somehow stays into the court. And even he said it. He said he felt the curve on the forehand. What a shot. We are knotted up at 5.
5. Point. Timeout for in change.
Connor knows it. His balance was a little bit off there, which is what led that back in to go to the net.
What a shot from Donald Young on the run, forehand cross court.
Notice how fast that ball had to dip in front of Connor's left foot to get it by him.
7-5. Point.
And a heavy topspin serve gets the return air.
Watching this grip from Donald Young from up close, him being right in front of the booth right now, I'm noticing that his grip is kind of unorthodox for pickleball players. It's very extreme to that western side. So you'll notice it's either a really good spinny ball or one that flies. So good with that positioning and that placement, coupled with the spin. Not an easy thing to do.
8-5.
Oh.
That's too good.
Point.
That grip.
9-5.
See, that's another example of what we're literally just talking about. So you get all that action on that serve because you've eliminated all the variables as far as like distance and height, because you have that drop exactly where you want it. But once you have to hit it off and bounce, it's another story. What a drop by Connor, getting some net love.
6-9.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. 2E down the line. for 2E Nation. Connor Garnett.
7-9.
Tight line call. Didn't make the call, but I feel like it could have been. I don't know if that was wide. Did you see that one wide?
I saw it catch it, but you know, so it's hard enough to see it, you know, when it's
We've got a
moving with
tough angle
pace.
from
It's
our side.
so tough, especially when you're running full speed.
Such high quality pickleball right there. Nice and tight over the net with so much action, yet with such precision over the net too. That's
And
really
it is
tough.
now match point on the paddle of Donald Young, 10-7.
10-7. Oh yeah! Whoa! Point game match. 11-7.
And what a shot from Donald Young to finish it up, and that wins him the match. Garnett not sure about the call. Admirable of him to not make the call even if it was so close, but Donald Young, the 28th seed,